We'll take a little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've seen. I can see from where I am you're on an adventure, in a place you can't describe. Some things can't be captured in...
Alright, what's up mga kamatler na isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Kumusta kayo dito sa ating YouTube channel, Math Teacher Ash. And today ay magdi-discuss tayo ng second part sa ating quarter 3 discussions ng mga modules. Alright, so before we will start, my dear math learners, if you are still new to this channel, please click that subscribe button and notification bell para laging updated ka sa ating mga discussions. Okay, so ano nga bang pagdediskussan natin for this day? So today ay para sa ating mga minamahal na grade 7 students. Okay, so for today we will be talking about the second module of the quarter 3, and that is entitled Relationships Among Geometric Figures. Okay, so napakadali lamang ng topic na ito mga kamat learner, dahil since i-discuss natin ito dito, ay magiging madali ito.
Easy, right?
Alright, easy lang talaga. So, let us start, my dear math learners. Okay, so for the first page, we have here the cover page. Alright, so the quarter 3, module 2, relationships among geometric figures. On the second page, we will be checking, or we will be seeing the people behind on this module. And disclaimer lamang po mga kaibigan na hindi pagmamay-ari ni Sir Ash ang mga dinediscuss dito sa ating channel. Instead, we are just doing this para sa ating mga kamat learners na mas gustong matuto ng mabilis at madali sa mathematics. Alright. On the third page, we have the title page. And on the fourth page is the introductory message para sa ating mga teachers and para sa ating mga learners. Kayo yon, mga math learners. Alright. And on the fifth page, we have our anong tawag nito? Objectives. Okay, so sabi dito sa objectives, we will derive relationships of geometric figures using measurements and by inductive reasoning. So, technically, my dear math learners, napakadali lamang po ng topic na ito. Easy lang talaga, I assure you. Okay, next part of that is the pretest. So, sa pretest naman ay hindi pressured, my dear math learners, kung ano lang yung kaya nyong sagutin sa mga topics or sa mga questions dito, ABCD lamang po ito, you can do so. Alright, so next of that is the introduction of our topic. Okay, so the let us study part. So ano nga ba ang tungkol dito? So we have here the supplementary angle. So if you have watched our first module discussion sa quarter 3, we have talked about angles there and the kinds of angles. So, ngayon, pag-uusapan naman natin ang relationship ng angles. At isa na doon is si supplementary angles. So, ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng supplementary angles? These are angles that when you add them together, the total measurement is 180 degrees. Alright, so napakadali lang. Easy lang talaga. So, we have here example. So, if we have an angle, angle GIL at ang measurement niyan ay 140 degrees. Now, ano ang ka-supplementary ng angle na ito? So, we have the angle DON, which is 37 degrees. Because if you add 143 and 37, you will have a sum of 180
Easy, right?
degrees. Alright, easy lang talaga. How about ito naman? If you have, from the angle below, we have angle R and angle L. So, angle R and angle L are supplementary angles. So, how do we solve for the measurement of angle R? Now, kung ang angle L mo ay 118 degrees, so ano dapat si angle R? Of course, dahil 118 ang given, so ilan ang kailangan ni 118 para maging 180? So, ima-minus mo lang ngayon si 180 sa 118 degrees. And the answer for that, I think, is 62 degrees. Alright, napakadali lang. O, ayan nga, 62 degrees. Alright, so now let's go to the next relationship, and that is complementary angles. Buti pa ang mathematics, may relasyon tayo, wala. Alright, joke lang. Okay, anyway, so we have here the complementary angles. Now, kung ang supplementary ay equal to 180 degrees, Ang complementary angles naman ay 90 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, pag mag-a-add ka ng mga angles, dapat ang total measurement ay 90 degrees bago siya tawaging complementary angles. Example, if we have angle A and angle B, we have angle A is 30. So, ang ka-complementary angle niya is, of course, 60 degrees. Because, kung i-add mo si 30 at si 60, ang equal doon ay 90. Alright, so napakadali lang, my dear math learners.
Easy, right?
Yes, easy lang talaga. So now, let us go to the next, number 2. What if you have angle D and angle D is equal to 43 degrees? Now, si angle E daw ang kanyang ka-complementary. Question is, ano ang dapat na magiging measurement ni angle E? So of course, if you have complementary angles as the sum of 90 degrees, then what you can do is you just subtract 90 to 43. And that is basically 47 degrees. At ayun na nga, 47 degrees. Napakadali lang, my dear math learners. Alright, so now let us go to the third relationship, and that is the congruent angles. Now, ano ba ibig sabihin ng congruent angles? Of course, from the word itself, congruent, we already know that the meaning of congruent is equal. So therefore, if you have congruent angles, then you are talking about angles that have the same measurement. Alright, napakadali
Easy,
lang,
right?
my dear math learners. So if you have angle T is congruent to angle V, so if angle T is 30 degrees, therefore we can say that angle V is also 30 degrees. Alright, so number 2, we have angle DLE. Ang equal daw nito ay 130 degrees. Now, if angle DLE is congruent to angle GSA, what is the measurement of angle GSA? Okay, napakadali lang yan, my dear math learners. Bakit? Since we are talking about congruent angles, therefore, we have also a measure of 130 degrees for our GSA.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. And that is based on the definition of congruent angles. Now, let's go to the fourth relationship of angles, and that is vertical angles. So, ito yung sinasabi natin na when we say vertical angles, these are the angles that are back-to-back, meaning yung likod niya. Of course, we have here an example. Merong dalawang lines and they intersect in a certain point. Now, in this line, these two lines have formed four angles. These are the angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. Question is, which among these angles are known as vertical angles? So, when we say vertical angles, yun yung mga kabak niya. Alright, so si angle 1, ito yon. So, ang kabak niya is si angle 3, counterpart niya. So, therefore, angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical angles. Angle 2 and angle 4 are also vertical angles. And, ano ba ang sinasabi tungkol sa vertical angles, my dear math learners? Very simple. Sinasabi lang dito na vertical angles are always congruent. So, therefore, ang kabak-to-back niya ay equal din. Therefore, angle 1 and angle 3 are congruent. Angle 2 and angle 4 are also congruent. Okay, napakadali lang talaga matuto ng mathematics dito kay Math Learning. Alright, now we have here another example. So, observe angle DNO. DNO, ayun, that is 100 degrees. And angle ENZ, and that is also 100 degrees because they are vertical angles. We also have here DNE, angle DNE is 80 degrees. And since they are ka-vertical angle niya, si angle ONZ, that is also 80 degrees. So, what if ipapasolve na sa atin ngayon ang number 2? Solve for the value of X and Y. If the X is this angle and this Y is this part. Alright, so, since ang ka-vertical angle ng 120 degrees is si X, therefore, ang measurement ng ating X ay, alright, 120 degrees din. And of course, si Y naman, ang ka-vertical angle niya is si 60, so therefore, our measurement for angle Y is 60 degrees. Alright,
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. So now, let us go to the next, the fifth relationship, and that is adjacent angles. Okay, ano bang ibig sabihin ng adjacent angles? Alright, or some other people read this as adjacent angles. So, regardless of which, as long as you know the meaning, it's okay. Alright. So, when we say adjacent angles, these are angles that share a common side. So example, we have here angle GIL, and angle LIN. They are known as adjacent angles. Why adjacent angles? Because they share the side ray IL. Okay, yan. Ito, because they share something, then they are called adjacent angles. No. Now, in adjacent angles, it is not particularly discussed na kapag adjacent angles, merong certain measurement na pareho sila or hindi. No. Ang relationship lang sa adjacent angles is that these are just angles that share a common side. Alright. So, example here, number 2. We have angle 1, ito yon. Alright, tama? We have angle 2, ito yon. Now, as you can see, angle 1 is this angle with these sides. Angle 2 is this angle with these two sides. Now, they do not share side. They just share a vertex, tama? Which is this one. But these two angles, angle 1 and angle 2, they are not adjacent angles because they do not share a side. Okay, so I hope klaro-klaro yun sa inyo, my dear math learners. We have here angle 3 and angle 4. So, si angle 3, ito yon. Si angle 4 ay ito naman. Now, question is, are they adjacent angles? So, as they said, they are not adjacent angles because they do not share a common vertex. So, though dito sa number 2, it says here na nag-share silang common vertex, but they don't have any common side. So, mali pa rin yun. Dito naman sa question 3, or example number 3, we have angle 3 and angle 4. They don't have, they share this side. However, they do not share the common vertex. Therefore, they are not said as adjacent angles because they do not share common vertex. Okay, so I hope klarong-klaro yun sa inyo. So, ito lamang po si adjacent angles. Ito hindi adjacent, ito hindi adjacent. Alright, so now let us go to the next, the sixth relationship. This is known as the linear pair. From the word itself, linear pair, pares ng linya. Okay, so when we say linear pair, these are just two angles that when they form together, it is a total of 180 degrees. Technically, linear pairs are also known as the supplementary angles because supplementary angles, when you combine them, the total measurement is 180, and the linear pair, pag i-combine mo din silang dalawa, makaka-form sila ng one straight line, and we all know na ang isang straight line ay equal sa 180 degrees.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga. So, as you can see here in the linear pair, we have angle LIN, that is 45 degrees. Angle GIL is 135 degrees. And if you put together 135 and 45 degrees, ang total measurement niyan ay 180 degrees.
Easy,
alright?
right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. So, here, we have example number 2. Given the linear pair, solve for the value of x. So, if the first pair or the first angle in the pair is given 113 degrees, what is the linear pair of it? Okay. So, ang gagawin mo dito, since a linear pair is again 180 degrees, ima-minus mo lang yan sa 113. And if you subtract that, the answer is 67 degrees. Therefore, we can say na ang measurement ng angle x ay 67 degrees. Alright, so napakadali lamang po, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to the next. Nakalimutan ko na kung pang ilang relationship na ito, pero I think pang 7 or pang 8. I think pang 7 pa. Okay, so now let us go to the perpendicular line. So, how do we know about perpendicular lines? So, perpendicular lines are lines in which when they intersect, they form a 90-degree angle. Ganun lang yun kadali. So, therefore, pag saan, kahit saan direction sila, as long as they intersect and they form 90 degrees, then those lines are known as perpendicular lines. So, line L is perpendicular to line M. Example niyan dito. Okay, so if this is the line L, this is the line M, so they form 90 degrees in their intersection, therefore, they are said to be perpendicular lines. So, example there is line AB, that is this one. Line CD, that is this one. And they are perpendicular with each other because line AB and line CD form 90 degrees. Same goes dito naman sa number 2, we have line DE and line GA are not perpendicular lines. Why? Because may isa sa kanila na naka-form ng 68 degrees. And if that is the case, the vertical angle of 68 is this 168 also. And ang counterpart niya, which is the linear pair here, so 68, so 118 minus 68, that is 112. So this is 112, this is 112. And therefore, we cannot say that no angle that is formed at 90 degrees. Therefore, we can say that these two lines are not perpendicular. Okay? So, I hope klarong-klaro yun sa inyo, my dear math learners. And panghuli ay nandito na tayo sa parallel lines. So, ano nga ba ang mga parallel lines? These are lines that do not meet. So, ibig sabihin, pareho sila ng layo with each other mula dito, pareho ng layo, mula dito, pareho ng layo. Pero kahit i-extend mo nang i-extend yan, hindi sila magtatagpo. Parang ikaw at yung crush mo. Okay?
Easy, right?
So, ganun lang, my dear math learners, ang parallel lines. So, I hope klarong-klaro sa inyo, my dear math learners, ang mga different relationship of lines and angles. Alright, so, we have now here the part na kung saan kayo naman ang sasagot ng mga questions tungkol sa topic na ito. And what are those? We have here the let us practice. 10 questions lang ito at sasabihin nyo lang kung ano yung mga terms sa geometry na dapat sagot dito. Okay, so we have here, example. Number 1, pair of angles whose sum degree measures adds up to 180. Napakadali. Supplementary. Pair of angles that are adjacent and the degree measures adds up to 180. Adjacent linear pair, linear pair. Kasi it totals to 180. Pair of angles whose degree measure adds up to 90 degrees, that is complementary angles. Pairs of angles that share a common side, adjacent angles. Symbol used to denote that lines are parallel. Okay, ito yon, ganon. Alright, yan ang simbolo na parallel sila. Pair of two non-adjacent angles formed by intersecting lines. Saan na tayo? Number 6 pa pala. Lines that intersect with each other to form a right angle. Those are perpendicular lines. Alright, so napakadali lang. Now, let's go to number 7. We have pair of two non-adjacent angles formed by intersecting lines. So, two non-adjacent angles formed by pair of two non-adjacent angles by intersecting lines. Okay, so this could be vertical angles. Okay, kasi non-adjacent lines sila. And then lines that will never meet, parallel. Symbol used to denote the lines are perpendicular. Okay, straight and then ganon. Alright, angles that have the same measurement, congruent angles. Alright, so now let us go to let us practice more. We have here, if angle DON and angle GIL are complementary angles, so what is the measurement? So if the given is 74, complementary niyan, kailangan lang na ilan ang kailangan ni 74 para maging 90, and that is basically 16. Alright. Angle E and angle A are supplementary angles. Then solve for angle A. Supplementary, so 128 ang given. So ilan ang kailangan ni 128 para maging 180? Alright, ibibigay ko yan sa inyo ngayon. Okay, now we have here the generalization, the let us remember part. This is the parang conclusion ng ating mga na-discuss for today. So, let us remember. So, yan, the sum of 180, then they are supplementary. Sum is 90, then they are complementary. Congruents have the same degree measure. Vertical angles are two non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines, and they are congruent. Adjacent angles that share a common side and a common vertex, and do not overlap. Linear pairs, adjacent and are supplementary. Perpendicular are lines that form a right angle. Parallel lines are lines that do not meet ever. Okay, so napakadali lang nun, my dear math learners. And now, we have here the series of questions known as the Let Us Assess or the post-test of the topic. And these are ABCD questions where you are asked to answer this truthfully and answer your best because this is known as the summative test. Okay, so the module is hoping na naintindihan nyo na ang topic tungkol sa grade 7 module 2 ng topic na ito. And these are 12 questions, ABCD lamang po. Hanggang 15 pa pala kasi meron pang given dito. Alright, so napakadali lang, my dear math learners. Then after that, we have the performance task, the let us enhance. So we have here two intersecting lines, and then we have here the rubric for solving this one. So we have the vertical angles and the linear pair. So, one angle is given at isosolve mo ngayon si angle 1, si angle 2, at si angle 3. So, my dear math learners, it is very easy talaga. And now, let us go to the let us reflect, in which, in this part, what we will do is you will give your reactions about the topic. Okay? So, napakadali lamang po ng topic natin for today, my dear math learners. Medyo mabilis pero very concise, right? So, if you do have some questions about our topic, feel free to put it in our comment section below. Lagi niyong tatandaan na masarap matuto ng mathematics kapag marami tayong nagsasama-sama. This is still your free access YouTube edu creator, Math Teacher Ash. And if you are new to this channel, please hit that like button and subscribe button para at least mas lumakas naman ang ma-reach out ng ating mga videos sa ating mga students. Thank you so much. God bless and keep safe always.
I will take a little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've seen. I can see from where I am you're on an adventure.